Yeah, good morning. Welcome to the program. This morning, this is Bystanders at the Newsstands. I'm Christian Chuku. Today, by 4 a.m. this morning, the Inec, the Independent National Electoral Commission, declared Bola Ahmed Tinubu the winner of the 2023 presidential election. He's returned elected as the president amidst the controversies and the crisis. He polled 8 million, seconded by Atiku, who polled 6.9 million votes, and Obi gets 6.1 million votes, followed by Kwankwa. So, yes, a game of who can pull the strings. A game of who can pull the strings. Atiwaju was able to pull the strings, getting his way in the system, the Nigerian system, winning the election. Let's move on. We have the Nigerian Tribune this morning. If you're watching us, this is Abiodun Jago Street, and we have the bystand here this morning. We have some kind of taunting and jubilation. The opposition parties are saying that they demand that the election be cancelled and fresh polls should be conducted. Yes, Okowa Dati insists that collated results by Inec is illegal, says the electoral umpire preparing grounds for illegitimate government. Jonathan Mahama, other West African leaders sue for calm. Yesterday, Jonathan Mahama visited the president-elect of the 2023 presidential election. They visited him yesterday, congratulated him ahead of the declaration. Jonathan and the president, Ghana president, they met with Tinubu yesterday, and they congratulated him ahead of the declaration. They want Inec to address procedural concerns, comply with electoral law, meet with Atiku, Obi Kwankwaso, Tinubu in peace move. They are suing for a peace move with other candidates because the opposition parties, other candidates are demanding for the cancellation of the election result. The target as the collated results is being tagged as illegal. Yes, the electoral umpire preparing grounds for illegitimate government. We have the APC, PDP, LP. Look at the states. APC 1, Zamfara, Jigawa, Borno, Niger, Kwara, Oyo, Ogun, Ondo, Ekiti, Kogi, Benue, and Rivers. The PDP 1, Kebbi, Sokoto, Katsina, Yobe, Kaduna, Bauchi, Gombe, Adamawa, Taraba, Akwa Ibom, and Bayelsa. Labour Party 1, Lagos, Delta, Edo, Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, Abia, Cross River, Nasarawa, the Federal Capital Territory, and Plateau. While NNPP 1, just Kano. Let's look at other reports here this morning. The Guardian says, amid protests, Inec declares Tinubu winner. Amidst protests, Inec declares Tinubu winner of the election. Comply with electoral laws on result collation. Jonathan, West African leaders tell Inec. PDP, Labour Party insists on cancellation of the poll. Okowa Dati accused Inec chairman of playing to a predetermined script. Inec has returned Nigeria to pre-2015 era, says NNPP. Hot results collation now. CPP tells INEC. Emile Jonathan congratulates Tinubu now. APC tells Atiku and Obi. Obi win of FCC raises questions about possible runoff. 25% in FCC not needed to be declared president, says Falana and Sage. Calls for Yakubu's resignation, irresponsible, misplaced INEC. As Tinubu files suit to stop PDP Labour Party from stopping the collation. Yes, there's an advertorial from the decks of Ikenga Ugochini, remember elects House of Representatives, Idiaso North and South Federal Constituency in Imo State. He won it and he is thanking, he says, stop the collation now, don't burn down Nigeria. Stop the collation now, don't burn down Nigeria. Federal government replies to passenger against truncating electoral process. Ipiazu loses Senate bid to Abaribe in Abia South as INEC reverses self. Let's have Mr. Matu. Good morning, Mr. Matu, this morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
How do you feel amidst protests? INEC declares Tinubu winner.
Just like other people are talking about the process, INEC have declared and returned a winner, and it's in the person of Ahmed Tinubu. But I can tell you that Nigerians are not happy with the situation. Not because Tinubu is declared winner, but because INEC relied on their promise to upload election results
The
electronically.
renege on their promise, yeah, okay.
They renege on their promise to upload the election results electronically to Annex server. Well, let me quickly say that it is irrespective of who wins if the system is seen to be fair, free, fair, and credible. But as we speak, Nigeria and Nigerians spend humongous amounts to carry about the electoral acts. And it took so much to put pressure on Mr. President to sign the electoral act into law. As so much money was spent to procure the beavers machine. So what's the essence of the electoral act and the beavers? If at the end of the day, all we'll be hearing is excuse of network glitch as a result of not uploading Inec result from the polling units. For me, to say the least, is an aberration.
Okay, Senate President Lawan says that in the electoral act, there's nothing like electronic transmitting the results electronically.
What I'm saying is this: INEC made a promise. Okay, let me start from the point that INEC had a leverage, the liberty, going by some relevant sections of that electoral act to determine the mode of transmission of election results.
Okay.
And when INEC set out their guidelines, they specifically mentioned that election results will be transmitted electronically to INEC server from the polling units. And INEC chairman was captured on camera severally, repeating and maintaining that position. The result will be transmitted to INEC server from the polling units. So little did you know that there was INEC chairman and INEC was planning a gimmick,
Okay.
a ruse.
You were planning.
Gimmick, trick.
I don't understand.
Gimmick is ruse, is trick.
I get the
Because if that is not the case, why will you, as a chairman, you made a promise, not just a promise, you set your guideline and you are breaching it.
Was it intentional?
If you say it's not intentional, for me, the excuse is not cogent. It's not cogent because in 2019, INEC did transmitted the election results electronically. The only reason they could not rely on that election for anything is because there was no legal backing for INEC to do that. But as we speak, the law, the Electoral Act gave INEC power to determine mode of transmitting election results. Even if you say INEC is not empowered by law to collect election results electronically, the law empowers them to use the result transmitted electronically to verify what is the hard copy of the election results. You now have a situation where after voting from the polling units, the election result is entered into for EC8A. And that for EC8A is what the INEC staff is supposed to snap with the beavers and send to INEC server and INEC view portal, as the case may be. You now move from EC8A away from the electorate who voted at the unit level to the ward level. And at the end of the day, all we are hearing is network glitch. And as we speak, do you know how many millions of Nigerians who are doing business on all the network communication companies simultaneously, and the network glitch is not affecting them? So for me, INEC failed in their promise to upload the election result electronically. As we speak, in Nigeria, we have 176,846 polling units across Nigeria. Even as we speak currently, there is no indication that the result of all the units have been uploaded. So for me, INEC set the stage for people to start discrediting the result of the election.
Okay, let's look at the 25% in 24 states and the FCC. It has caused controversy. What do you think? The APC did not get 25% in the FCC. The PDP did not get. The Labour Party got.
I've listened to some legal luminaries have conversation on it. Falana says it's not necessary that a candidate must secure 25% in FCT. But I hope maybe some people that have a local standing may take it up and let the court interpret the law. Because when I try to read the section of the constitution that deals with that, is when they talk about 25% from 24 states, he said an Abuja FCT. So whether that FCT translates into the person need to have 25% in Abuja, it is a subject of is the court that had the power to interpret that. but I can understand that some lawyers are arguing for and against. And the way it stands, it is until a court makes a pronouncement on it, interprets it, that we can now know the position of the law regarding that.
Okay, let's look at people are asking. Emefiele release the funds now. Now that the election is over, release. Let's have cash. Let's have cash. Let's look at that.
No, that is within the power of CBN and Mr. President. It is not up to me to start demanding that money should be released. If what we have today, for me, I can categorically tell you that the policy, we are seeing dollar crashing against naira. We are seeing, so for me, it.
Okay, let's.
So what I was trying to say in essence is, what boosted the morale of Nigerians, what gave them confidence in the electoral process is when they saw the new electoral act. When Mr. President signed the new electoral act into law, there were hopes that election result would count. And when Inec came up with the guideline and they promised Nigerians that they are going to transmit the election result electronically from the polling units, that build confidence in the electoral process. But I want to tell you that going forward, a good number of Nigerian citizens who are disillusioned, dissatisfied with the position of INEC not meeting up with their own position, so many Nigerians will not participate in future elections.
Okay, so somebody is saying that without popular uprising, this will not stop. The alleged manipulation will not stop without a protest or a reaction.
To be quite honest with you, personally, I've always said it. If the system, if the process is free, fair, and credible, it is irrespective of who I support. Because it means that the government, the people want. But by the time you see an umpire who is deemed, perceived not to be transparent in his own activities, it raises so much question as to whether we are ready for democracy.
Okay, the allegations that the president has a hand in the election, what transpired?
I don't believe that the Mr. President has a hand.
Okay.
I believe that Mr. President has given INEC the independence to manage the electoral process. And I believe that it's within their independence that they have done what they did. Because if Mr. President were to be dictating for INEC, people would have seen it as a usurpation of power of INEC. But for me, even when they were doing electoral acts, when Senate wanted to make it look like INEC needed to come and revert to them to determine where and when an area is good for electronic transfer of election. People were saying that it's wrong, that you don't surrender the independence of INEC to National Assembly. And now National Assembly got the leverage, the total independence, the authority, the liberty to determine the mode of transmission of election results. And they brought a guideline that satisfied the yearnings of Nigerians. But to be quite honest with you, it turned out to be an aberration.
Okay, what do you expect from other parties when this, as Tinubu has been declared the winner of the election?
I encourage them to keep hope, to participate in the next round of election, because no matter the level of perceived manipulation, we can see in some states, opposition were able to protect their vote to the level of emerging victorious. But if you look at Rivers State, it's a thing of concern. We have seen so many videos coming out from Rivers State where voters were suppressed.
Okay.
It's quite unfortunate that in this era we can see people suppressing the will of the people. We all know that democracy has principle, it has rule, we have our letter arts, and we should all be guided by the tenets of the democracy and the tenets of rule of law and all that. But unfortunately, what we have witnessed in this election is far from it.
There's a suit that has been filed by the PDP and Labour Party to stop the election and the collection. What do you think about that?
A winner has been declared, a winner, the third, somebody has been declared president-elect. I don't think that will have overtaken by events.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Martin.
Thank you for having me.
For your contribution. Yes, I have Mr. Chigozie. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie. Good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning,
we are resuming after a while.
Yes. I know the situation is beyond what we are saying now. I know the situation, but there's these reports about the presidency. Now, Tinubu has been declared winner of the presidency. What's your take in all of this?
Well, for me, it is not a surprise. If you have listened to the last edition I featured in, I said I will never undermine the possibility of Tinubu emerging as the president of Nigeria, because we are in a lawless state. We are in a state where impunity reigns. You see, and my, of course, opinions or perhaps observations have become a reality today, where, of course, the electoral mandates of the people have been subverted. There was a time when people raised concerns over the allegation of the Inec to betray the electoral mandate of the people. The same Inec boss came to clear himself. They said there's nothing of such. But of course, time have proved him wrong. It's unfortunate that a man in his position who stoop too low and condescend too low because of material things. But the reality is very clear that which the international community can also witness, that this is the highest impunity in the history of Nigerian election. It has never been so in the history of Nigeria. But it's very clear that the masses, of course, wanted a change they so much desire, that the forces that be has somehow the usual way. I told you that I never had confidence in the integrity and capacity of INEC to deliver. And those things are coming through. So
many Nigerians had hope. They had hope on this.
They have hope because of they are mentally screwed. They don't understand what is going on. I told you that you can never trust the credibility of INEC. I said it here, you can vindicate me. That has been my position, and it's very clear. I told you what is happening in real time. So when we come here to speak, we are speaking based on informed and unbiased mind, reportage. What I said, if you have been following up with my, of course, my briefings, you shouldn't be far from the reality. I said it all, that INEC can never be trusted to deliver, of course, a free, credible, an election that could be acceptable by all. Within the process, you change the rule. Is INEC boss greater than this, the Electoral Act, which says that every election shall be transmitted via electronic means in real time, so that everybody, irrespective of wherever you find yourself across the globe, can witness the results as they trip in. But the contrary was the case. And the same INEC went on to announce the election. And you expect people, you expect international committee of nations to take us serious. Of course, I certainly said by now, this is a zoo, and it is not a surprise. What has happened, has transpired, has laid another foundation for abysmal decline.
What's the expectation of the political parties that lost?
I don't care about whatever may be their reaction. Today I've been vindicated that Nigeria is a state where impunity reigns. You can't undermine the possibility. What are they going to do? It's unfortunate that you have no even system to address, because if there are system in place, the likes of Yakubu wouldn't have, Inec chairman wouldn't have been there in the first place. I cited an instance, I made reference in 2019, when he ignored several blunders, errors, and went on to pronounce, of course, the Buhari as the president of Nigeria. He imposed it on the masses. Of course, history have repeated itself. It's not a surprise as far as I'm concerned, because I, of course, knew already the possibility of what might likely play out. And this is not, it has become a history otherwise.
Okay, what's the way forward now? Way forward.
There cannot be democratic process where people are not allowed to exercise their legitimate right to decide who becomes their president. So we are not practicing democracy in Nigeria. Of course, it is very glaring today that I have been vindicated. A nation that is built on falsehood, that is built on cruelty, that is built on all manner of impunity cannot entrench democratic norms. Where you see so many viral videos going, where even the coppers were shot dead because they refuse to compromise. You see, a nation where people do not recognize honesty, dignity of human life. At all costs, they want to protect their political interests, no matter who's office gone, no matter who goes down. It's not their business. I think that such society is not cost. For people who are calling for Obi's presidency, I told you that these things cannot work. I said Obi is the best candidate. You heard me say that.
Yeah.
But not under this current configuration. Will he be allowed, of course, to serve the masses? Because there are powers who will never let go. That brings us back to, of course, I made a post that Mazi Simon Ekpa will one day be celebrated. For those who are saying that let the election go to the in the east, what is the outcome of the election? One by one. No, that is the reality. The only way forward to save humanity, as I have maintained, is the dissolution of this distorted and unfortunate geographical ungoverned space you call Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, of course, you know there was no election. Even Inec could not upload the results of the election. There are so many irregularities and, of course, that mark this election. So it is below, of course, the threshold of credibility, transparency, and fairness. Who is touching you there? You shouldn't be embarrassing you. This is a public. We are the world is watching us.
Okay.
So you should learn to apply caution.
Okay.
It is wickedness. If, of course, Tinubu had emerged after a credible election, I have nothing wrong at that. But you can't subvert the will of the people and expect everything goes on well. Unfortunately, of course, possibly any alternative for me is to begin to think how to Japa, because in this system there is nothing new. A man who told you will continue in the steps of a man who have ruined the Nigerian space has been ushered in to complete the mission.
Thank you very much, Mazi Chigozie. Yes, for that. I have Mr. Kule, the celebration, I don't know.
It's the sounds of victory.
Is it ending?
This is the sounds of victory. Wow, so happy, man. So happy, man. So happy. Congratulate me, man.
Yeah,
I
congratulations.
see. I went in there, I saw, and I conquered. You know, from the beginning, I say you people that dignified, that your duty is to dignify people, to attack people, to just hate people, to kill people, assassinate character of people. Shame on you there. Shame on you there. And
Yeah, this is
to me,
politics. Yeah,
to
this
me,
is
it's politics, but it's a dirty politics. They're saying Kule was drag is on drag. This is poster I'm using. Poster give me energy. Why? You started on my head too. Shame on you people. And kudos to guys that stood, comrade that stood by us. Kudos to Jane. Jane, God bless you anywhere you are. For Funny Gas, God bless you anywhere you are. To Niger, God bless you anywhere you are. A lot of you there, God bless you anywhere you are. My personal person in Germany, God bless you anywhere you are. We've got to the best. We've landed at at our destination now, and I'm so happy. We started it together and we ended it together. And so God be haters of humanity that said somebody would die. You may be the first person to go because you're not God. You're not God.
Okay, Mr. Kule, let's move
That's
on.
all.
Let's move on.
I'm so happy.
What's your
so
take?
happy.
What is your take on the
I'm so
election?
happy.
What's your take on the election?
The election went
Free and fair.
not really too free and fair. No election, you can't get any free and fair. Not you can't see free and fair election
In
worldwide.
Africa.
In Africa, in worldwide, say. American election that brought Biden in, there's still contemplation on
Flaws, there are flaws.
there are flaws there. The election that brought what's it called in Trump, there was flaws in it. Election that brought Obama in, you could remember the case of this guy's Clinton wife, Larry Clinton. You could remember the case as a Secretary of State that has an information from what's it called, from Somalia embassy, right? From American embassy in Somalia, that they were about to bomb, the terrorists were about to bomb, but he quickly cleaned up that information. Okay. So there's no election that is perfect all over the world. As it is now, if you are not okay with the election, if you are not in tune with the result of the election, go to court. That's why we have the what's it called? We have the Supreme Court, and we have the electoral court that you can go to.
Is the Supreme Court trustworthy?
Is the Supreme Court trustworthy?
Yeah.
The Supreme Court has to be trustworthy because that's the highest court in land, and they have to lead by example for the other courts that follows, like appeal courts, high courts. You know,
the vice presidential candidate of Labour Party said that the party involved has pocketed the judiciary, has pocketed Inec and the security forces.
Obi that is saying that.
No,
when
no,
Obi won Lagos,
the vice president,
Daiti has no political. It's a political paper. Let me just tell it.
Okay.
In Kaduna itself, Atiku floored him in Kaduna, where he comes from. At least Obi won the state, he won his territory, but the Daiti, so political paper that they are talking like that, I don't listen to them. So let's pack.
Okay, you are writing off Amidst.
I'm writing. What does it bring on the table? America will say, what do you bring on the table? What did he bring on the table for me? He did not bring anything on the table. He lost Kaduna, that's supposed to be his base. And you know his brother, Baba Ahmed, like his uncle. You know, that one did not work for him. That one is in the other, is in the opposition side. So what we now say?
LNPP says that INEC has returned Nigeria to pre-2015 era.
Pre-2015 era, it's not the same era we have. If Malam Kwankwaso, if you lost the election, go back to drawing board and emulate Obi that said you still give it a shot in the next 4 years. And it was full of smile. I give it to that guy for that. I give it to Obi for that. But the followers need to be checked on. They made him to lose the election because of their attitude. You could see there's some of them.
Was it because of the purported manipulation by the ruling party?
You see, I'm telling you.
And made Obi lose the election.
How did the ruling party manipulate the election? The same ruling party that you are praising the presidency for dealing with the ruling party, that they won't have Who is going to satisfy you, Nigerians? That's the problem. Who will satisfy you, Nigeria? Nobody. God cannot satisfy you because every day you abuse God. You abuse humanity. You abuse God. You are saying somebody will die. You saying somebody will
Who will die?
Is that not what they're saying there? Is that not what some people? I don't know whether na ganja whether they take or they are not normal. There's some element of Agberu that say that.
Okay.
You don't see your feedback upon how you want them that they should be culture of what comes out of their comment. They still divide you. So you too, you don't even bother. You don't even bother.
Tinubu says
A same person will not be saying all this rubbish these people are saying. Character assassination. They started again. And don't let it boomerang because nobody believes, none of you believe Tinubu will live up to this moment. You say he's going to die. You say his hands be shaking. You say I think all those things will go back to him.
okay. Let's look at. He said he's going to continue on the legacy of Buhari. Let's look at that.
On the legacy of the good work, on some good work he has done, right? You can just come and say you want to continue on somebody's legacy. You bring out the good legacy. It is like electoral act, electoral hacks, electoral hacks. He did a good job on that because he was able to shape. He was able to shape the direction of our election in this country. Then the other one, second Niger break. We're talking of infrastructure. Give it to him for that. I don't condemn people because I really hate him. I condemn people for him to be upright. That's what I did.
Okay, so
and there's no election I've ever supported in this Nigeria since I've been supporting the election. There's nobody I've supported that lose election. I have to say that.
Let's look at the bone of contention. This is from Blessing Akata. Says the bone of contention is that the published result is at variance with what was obtained at the polling units.
My brother, what you are saying is totally lie. I was in a polling unit. They showed us, they counted the result in our presence. And you know your polling unit figures, who won there. Instantly, we knew who won in our polling unit. Then, you may not be satisfied enough, then you follow that result to the wards, right? To your ward. You follow it to your ward, then from your ward, you will be able to know what's your votes, how many votes are counted for your wards, for your units. And that is how you will be able to know whether there's rigging or not. Don't follow them saying rumors. As I'm telling you here, I saw some people ranting here. Matthew was here talking with that. Is that not what we need? You fail, you fail. Is there any excuse after failure? Is there any excuse after failure? When you were capturing Abuja, nobody said there was malpractices. When you are capturing Nasarawa, nobody said there was malpractices. When you capture Lagos, nobody said you are mad. Why is it that it's only when your opposition is winning? Because the opposition that you dignify, and as you dignify the creator of God, God will keep dignifying you.
What's the way forward?
The way forward now, the president that coming now should take everybody, either they are bad, either they are good, either they support him, should take them as his children and do the needful for all of them.
What of
the region, the Nnamdi Kanu issue, I'm sure I'll tell you, Tinubu know how to deal with such case. Igboho has succumbed now. Because one thing is, what we are going to mark up Tinubu on is, restructuring. Restructuring. Because he said that is one of the manifesto you inherited from Abiola and Awolowo. And Awolowo was the die fans of restructuring, right? Nigeria needs to be restructured, Mr. Tinubu. And lastly, and before I even end my speech, I want to give kudos to our northern comrades. You did a very good job. You did a very good job. Let us know that there's still love between you, the Hausa and Yorubas. And there's still love. No, I'm going there. I'm going there. There's still love between Igbo. Some of our Igbo brothers, there's still love between Igbo and Yorubas. But some elements of Igbos that want to create issues, and I won't blame them because of the uneducated level they have. For someone to be a trader in all his life, you cannot know what is going on in economic world, commerce world, economic world. Yeah, trader. I'm talking of economy generally. It's not commerce.
Economy is not about demand and supply.
Economy is all about demand and supply.
So
but
a trader is about.
What does the trader? What does he know about the what's it called, Nigerian refinery? What does he know about how Nigerian refinery work? What does he know about our debts that we are inheriting now? What does a trader know? His own is to open the shop, come and buy this thing, how much you pack it, save the money in the bank. So that is just my stake.
Congratulations once again. Congratulations. Oluwa one of the ṣe kankan fún wa. Ẹnu. Oluwa one. The Jagaban has.
The Jagaban have won the throne. The Jagaban is a lion. It's a lion in the forest. So we have defeated the Labour Party because I give kudos to Obi also because Obi came under 6 months and the wrestling was very bad. Jagaban even feel the battle in his home, in his strong home. Obi collected it. That's Lagos State. It's not easy to collect Lagos State. 1999 now. Obi will give you kudos, but Abba Jagaba is a forest department lion.
Somebody say Kasala won't boss.
Kasala can't boss anymore because Kasina, he said now you see the light because Jagaba has millions, trillions of followers. See now, since all those days there was no announcement, everybody was running enter scatter. No life. You can see there was a 50% inside 100% life of Nigeria. Everybody was afraid. People don't come outside. Not everybody have to come outside. But now, that midnight when I refer, till now when I declare Jagaba, you can see there is life. There is a positive impact that is coming. So we should forget our differences and come together and move the nation forward. What I was getting angry yesterday was the former president making a statement that the election should be cancelled, which is very bad of a former head of state. And at the end of the day, God has answered him. Nigeria must be a peace, whether A or B or C. Let there be peace. And now I believe peace will reign.
No, they are going. They are planning for protests. People are planning for protests.
Yes, no matter the situation, there must be protest. There must be particles of protest. But at the end of the particles of protest, there must be peace. Peace is the overall. Peace is the original. The whole they were waiting for just to declare who win because the election was taking a long time from Saturday to today. But we just thank God that because many churches have been praying, many pastors have been praying, and God has answered Nigeria prayer. Peace we need.
Peace. You are calling for peace.
Yes. Let us move forward. Let us forget our differences and move the nation forward.
But the process is rigged.
The process is rigged. See, no way.
So how can we move forward?
See, let me tell you what.
With a manipulated.
There was no manipulated.
There was no manipulation.
There was manipulated. There was no manipulated. Let me give you a false.
A politician. No?
I'm trying to
There was a manipulated.
And there was no manipulation.
There was no manipulation.
It was a game. It was a game. In my house, you beat me in my house. It's a game. Either I win you or you win me. In your own house, you still beat me there. In a neutral home, I beat you there. Where is the manipulation there? Tinubu was defeated in his strong home, 0. In his opponent's home, 0. But in a neutral home, he win. Where is the manipulated there? It's a language of the Pharisees of the political language. 1, 2, 3 is different from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's different from 6, 7, 8, 9. So the highest number get the gold.
Let's talk about Atiku.
Atiku is one of the lion. They have taken second because in the beginning, one person will be first and second and third. All of us go to school.
Mr. Alobi say Atiku win the election.
Atiku is a 0 man. See, I always tell my brother, it's my brother from Edo State. See, in a systematic arrangement we call Nigeria. Hausa Fulani can never run Nigeria 8 years, another family will come. That will bring provocation. And the God, Hausa man, no. I already told you, say, don't sacrifice your last energy. Atiku may be somebody, we know him. He was the former president of Olusegun Obasanjo. We know his game. We know his game till now. Fulani, Buhari came. I supported Buhari. But at the end, I can't support Buhari because Buhari let Nigeria to be under the graveyard. Fulani man, the whole Nigeria farm, including my village, I just said, Fulani Esne, no village where Fulani Esne don't touch. Because Buhari was a godfather, was a father, he not keep back. So you are not expecting another Fulani man to come. It's impossible. Either Obi or Tinubu. Because that's why it was the fight between Wike and Atiku. Because the meeting was the office of the president, the number 1 seat in Nigeria, was removed from that side. We are tired about the north. Let us see our situation here. Let us arrange ourselves here and see the ARP. Now we have seen the ARP.
Okay, give them the language.
The language is now Nigeria. Let us come together and move ourselves forward.
Thank you very much, sir. I have my brother. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How do you feel about the news this morning?
Yeah, what about my people? As I always what I will just tell my people, yeah, as they go, make we dey follow am. Be obedient, make you obedient, be obedient to the call. Major Kondo, I want to let you know, say, Obi, Atiku, Tinubu, they are one. All of them take together. Let's just find peace. Let's just make peace. I don't want us to be fighting. See, if they put you, don't put yourself. Ẹni tó ti kú ní tiẹ̀ ti gbé. I believe say in this Tinubu era, God will bless you, bless your family, bless your wife, bless your children, bless your husband, bless everything. Everything you touch will be successful in Jesus' name. In Allah's name, God will bless you. Make una calm down, my people. Let peace reign. Oh, I want to give advice to all the obedient. If I can see if this message can turn, Mr. Obi, oh, I love you so much. You pull the crowd, but I want to advise you. Make you go to north. Make you go to north. And start to prepare now. Operation change your mindset. Operation change the way you think so. Make you go do that one for north. But I believe say one day Obi go be the president. For my Tinubu, my Baba, my father, but I celebrate you. I know God celebrates you too. Congratulations. Just be man of everybody. Yeah. I believe say now God wants you to win. If you see say 3 of them win 12 states, not be so. But God wants you to be president. But I will call my people, make una calm down, no pressures. Make you not calm down, go to your work. Make more money, don't fight because election. Don't fight because the politicians that they don't know you somewhere. Fine, we are fighting for better Nigeria. We are fighting for better Nigeria. But don't lose your life because of better Nigeria. Don't make enemy. Your enemy today can be your friends tomorrow. Let peace reign, oh, let peace reign. I call for peace, my people. Let peace reign.
Okay, say let peace reign. Thank you very much.
As we say, okay, my advice for Tinubu. Mr. President, please be man of people. Please, when I trust it, when it be in power for Lagos State governor, you always employ my Igbo people. You always employ Hausa people. As he say, be the man of people. Don't be the man of one side because one side don't vote for you. Make you come and show yourself. Be the man of people and God will bless you. Okay. Make sure say we youth, we have future. Okay. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Marga. God bless you. I have Edono Lagos. Edono Lagos. Edono Lagos.
Edo. Good morning, my brothers and sisters. And Nigeria is money. Nigeria is money. Yes. Nigeria is money.
In the camp of the APC.
Even the APC said they are not jubilating. You can see the atmosphere everywhere. It looks as if we want to bury millions of Nigerians. People are not happy. You know, how can you announce election in the night? Stealing mandate of people in the midnight and the early morning. Don't you see the way Abiola election goes? Jubilation everywhere. But today, Nigerians have money. We are being buried alive in our faces. So, the only thing I want to know.
What's your message to Inec?
Number one, Moshood. The meaning of Moshood. What I say, he has. How will I say? He has faith collective bribe internationally. I'm saying it. Collective bribe for Jagaban.
No, no.
And wait, no, see, anything that will make reaction to Nigerians, please, we need to express ourselves. You know why? I'll tell you why. If you check the election, you know that Labour won. I will tell you, like, Labour won. Yes, I supported Atiku. Even my polling booth, I protected the agent of Labour. He won the polling booth. Why the PDP won the Senate? But at the end, this thing have been designed. They designed to fail Lagos and give less number to Obis and grab other number to other states. It was designed, which must you know. International community condemned this election. Nigeria condemned this election. You can see the flesh and now see the winner. Nigerians are winning. Only thing I want to tell the Igbos, they are those. Don't forget, Lagos represent Nigeria. Governor election is coming up. Let Labour and PDP march together. When you grab Lagos, president is not mattered in any way in Abuja. I'm telling everybody now, the Labour and PDP in governorship should come together in Lagos and tell the president in Abuja there, you can stay in Abuja and repeat what happened on Saturday. Don't murmur, don't cry. Come together. We'll unite together and elect whoever, either Labour or PDP, in governor. Come together. When you remove Lagos from the APC, president in Abuja is zero. I'm telling the truth. Don't murmur. Keep this. The way you did on Saturday, whether crook or anyhow, whether APC do whatever they do, on Saturday, come out, unite together, Labour and PDP, other party, join hands together, and vote. You see, when you win Lagos, forget Abuja, nothing Abuja, it's only Lagos. When you are a governor in Lagos State, it's like you are controlling Nigeria. Because when we are suffering in Lagos State, tens of taxes, tens of relation, tens of embarrassment, has cost. If we're experiencing that, please, on Saturday, come out and let's repeat what Obi did. By the time you put either Labour in Lagos or PDP in Lagos, forget about what the president is doing there. I am telling you. The Igbo people, I give you encouragement. And the other tribe, you show that we need a change. Our youth have been bastardized. Our youth cannot have a say. But today, I am telling you, the courage, no fight. You say you the same ballot on Saturday and vote out them out of this place. You see, Nigeria will good to go.
Okay, don't you think what happened, what transpired on Saturday will still repeat itself on March 11th?
On Saturday will be very tough. As I said, if the PDP and Labour can come together, seriously, and change Lagos governor, you see, no matter what the Abuja is doing, I'm telling you the truth, Lagos is Abuja, Lagos is Nigeria. By the time you do that, let's change. You will see, the thing will go well. I will tell you that. We should, PDP, Labour, other parties should come together and repeat it and vote the way they vote last Saturday. You see, jubilation will be there.
Okay,
but now, Nigerians are money. Nobody jubilating, nobody's happy. Even the APC camp, PDP camp, other party camp, Nigeria elite, they are not happy. Even traditional community. And somebody is telling me that traditional community who is giving us money, giving Inec money, that doesn't matter what they say. And it's wrong. One of the APC guy, I was expecting to tell you, whoever president elect, to calm Nigeria down, Instead of that, you are not adding fire. Don't forget, if Nigeria boy today, everybody will disarray. I expect the president to be calming people down, not other way around, displacing people who voted against you. And that one is happening now. People are afraid to go out, people are afraid to open shop. But I'm telling you, Lagos is like the one controlling the whole Nigeria. If a PDP, Labour Party, ANPP can join hands together, just stay at home. Oh. There's no way peace will be presidency and still be in Lagos State. Please, let's unite and put them out. You see, Nigeria will be better.
Is it over for Atiku, Obi, and Kwankwaso?
It's not over yet. I did not trust the judiciary because the man in the home of affair of judiciary is a Yoruba man. Yola. But let's still give them, let them try. But I don't think they are going to get hope. The only hope we get is the Saturday election that is coming up. If the unknown EDG, even the EDG in Lagos State can unite and do the needful, you will see, you will not even mind the president in Abuja there. Because everything is centered in Lagos.
Okay, there are people calling for protests. What's your take? People are calling for protests all around.
They have the right to protest. Yes, they're right, because the mandate have been stealing overnight. Why was the election was not announced in the afternoon and evening? Was announced in the night. That is stealing by trick. By the Inec. What happened is that Inec promised Nigeria that the way they do in Osun and Odo and Edo State is going to be the same way. Inec quiet for Saturday, Sunday night. And you promise Nigeria that election will be transmitted directly. And it couldn't happen. We still based on manual. Don't forget, the result was bringing out late. By Lagos to vote on the ward, to local government, to state, and Abuja, something has happened. Don't forget, it was a design. It was a design that Lagos State should be loose, that you can feed in Ondo and Ogun. You can check.
They planned it.
Yes, it was a plan.
Internationally lost.
Even president is aware, Buhari is aware.
Of what?
Tinubu is aware. Inec is aware. It was a plan that president should lose in the home, the chairman should lose in the home, they will not inflict it. And you know, imagine. 96 register, 86 to vote. It's not up to 25 million. Is that election? 25 million out of 86 million Nigerians. That is not election. 20% very poor. Upon all the money we spend, it's a shame. Which signal are we sending to the world? And the observer who came condemned that this election was sham. It's nonsense. And what is the hope of the youth? I give Obi 100%. Obi tried. There's nothing inside. Forget whether they plan for Lagos, they don't plan. But people decide to change. Even the Yoruba elite, they want to change. There is not much Tinubu can do. It's old. And don't forget, they say character people like Erifai, people like Ononoka, people like Feso Keyamu is going to make us ministers who doesn't have thinking.
Okay, Tinubu is calling for calm.
He has not called for calm. Rather he's saying, don't mind those opposition who are mad like a tiger, a lion. That is not what you're supposed to say. What you're supposed to be doing? Where is the jubilation? Not jubilation. How can you go to America? There's jubilation. We have money. It's like we want to bury millions of Nigerians. No more.
Okay,
No.
what's
People are not happy.
What's the way forward?
Going to court out of useless. Court, our Nigerian court are useless. If actual election can be done and to turn inside the election, what do you expect? Inec should be arrested. Any president should be arrested and put on behind the bar. If it's a advanced country, this is a fraud, a ringing. My God, I have not seen this kind of ringing before.
Okay.
I have not seen this kind of
ringing. What's the way forward? The way forward now.
What's the way forward? The way forward, I am begging Nigerians. They should not lose hope. On Saturday, let PDP and Labour come together and work together and take this Lagos, because Lagos is Nigeria. Let them come together and vote the way they vote on Saturday. You see, jubilation will be there.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. I have Maziraf. Good morning, Maziraf.
Yeah, good morning, Chris.
Yeah, how do you feel about the whole process and the election?
I feel so hopeless about the whole process. It has given me no hope anymore about this country called Nigeria. What transpired, let's say 5 days ago, was just a mere lawlessness. It wasn't an election. Because if you look at the process, you will find out that the electoral system, our electoral system that Buhari signed last year, is not working. The beavers we were boasting of, the Inec portal we were boasting of, you understand? The discipline, the order we've been boasting of, the security agencies we've been boasting of, let me tell you, none worked or played out. They were there when Lagos was massively rigged. Obi got almost 3 million votes in Lagos. The voting in Lagos was overwhelmingly rigged. They rigged and rigged and rigged and rigged. They could not rig him out. They rigged and rigged and rigged Obi in Lagos State. They could not rig him out. Because people came out en masse. People came out with eagerness. Earnestly came out to vote for the right man, the right choice in Lagos State. Which was why Ali Mocho was, under Labour. Ethiopia local government under Labour. The whole Ikeja under Labour. Bodilum under Labour. Alausa under Labour. The whole Oba area under Labour. Even if a local government that was, Labour was somehow, suppressed there. They put Labour down, but at least the figure was too low. And everybody that were living at Ifako area were crying what? Foul. They were crying foul because they know that they voted Labour. But still, APC won in Ifako. I didn't understand. So the whole processes have been giving me what? Hopelessness, not sleepless nights. There's nothing that can happen in this life that will cause me sleepless nights by the special grace of God. See, what has happened is just a mere lawless election. Things did not go in order. Had it been things went on legally, lawfully, I will be rejoicing with the people that, had carried the day. But what I've seen is injustice, inequality, the same corruption, fraud everywhere. I didn't understand. Double standardness. I didn't understand. Total oppression, suppression of the youth in Nigeria. The real people in Nigeria, is a broad day robbery of people's rights. Disenfranchisement everywhere. What about PVC? People did not even come out because they did not even have enough, PVC. PVC was not enough. So that's why you saw this. Had it been everybody come out with their PVC, they gave people PVC. Had it been they did not hold the PVC. Had it been they did not prevent us from getting our PVC. Let me tell you, Obi would have won the whole country because in Benue State, tell me, if the whole Benue indigents came out, they would have rigged. No way. The votes for Obi would have filled the ballot box and be throwing out. There's a level you can go to control water. When you are pouring water inside a drum or a jar, The water will fill up the jar or drum, it will be coming out. You cannot control it. That is what happened in Lagos. The vote for Obi was up inside the what? Ballot coming in every now and then until they could no longer hold it. But what happened in Benue State? What happened in Akwa Ibom? What happened in River State? They don't have enough human beings there, like Lagos State. That's why they could, curtail the, the vote, Obi's vote there. Yes, had it been River State has enough PVC, enough human beings as Lagos. Let me tell you, no matter how they rig it in River State, it will still be filled up. It will still be like Lagos. You find out that what happened in Lagos State is that they could no longer do it. They press and press and press us down no more. We are coming. The more they press, the more we troop out to cast our votes. But you look at Benue, Benue is too small. That's why the more they press, they keep on coming until they prevail on Benue people. Because of the population of the people over there, it's too small. It's nothing they cannot rig. They could rig it. Because of what? The population of people over there. The obedience in Benue State, the obedience in Akwa Ibom State, the obedience in River State, they are not as many, as populous, as numerous as the obedience in Lagos State. That's why they prevail on rigging all those states. Obi got large votes in Akwa Ibom State. Obi got large votes in Benue State. Let me ask you, Christian, for over 8 years, Benue indigenes have been dying and dying under what? Fulani herdsmen attack. APC government did not do anything. To the level that at a time, Samuel Otom, the governor of Benue State, what? Cross-carpeted to Labour. Started campaigning for Obi. The whole Benue indigenes, they turned to Labour. All of them became Labour Party. Now, who cast that vote that gave APC Benue State? Why did APC prevail on Benue State? Those votes were casted by who? Spirits, dead body. It was spirit that voted in Benue State, not human beings. See, let me tell you, they have pointed fingers right on the eyes of tigers. I'm telling you that Nigerian youths cannot take this.
Is it over for Obi?
It is not over. It is not over for Obi. Obi is my aspirant. I respect Atiku as uncle. I've always been saying it that I respect the last speech I made here. I respected Tinubu as a father. But you can never see me siding bad thing. I don't. If anybody that is my friend, if you do bad thing, I will tell you you have done something wrong. If anybody that happens to be my uncle, if you make mistake, I will tell you you've made mistake. So I don't paint any bad gold. Listen and listen good, Christian. It is not over yet with Obi. I remove cap for God. There's nothing God cannot do. So I have my privilege to thank all of you there who have been with us, over these years. You see me on platform, on this social media platform, talking to people. I'm telling you that it is not over. You that live in America, I know your names, and I'm congratulating all of you. I don't have enough energy to say thank you. Then the people in Europe, UK, Spain, Italy, somebody like Raf, my namesake. I have no strength to thank you because I've gone through last night serious dilemma and order over what is happening in Nigeria currently. I don't have strength to thank all of you that lives in Germany. All of you that live in Germany, I'm thanking all of you in Holland, some of you in Japan. Do you understand? I'm thanking all of you for staying with us always. Every morning you come out watching. I don't have strength to thank you, but I would like to say thank you to Mommy Nkechi. Mama America, she has been speaking and crying with emotion. Crying and crying for Nigerian youth. Mama America. Mama Israel in America. Crying and crying. Mama Nkechi. Mommy Nkechi. They have been crying. You see Nigerians living abroad crying for you and I. Because they know that we are in a hellfire. But I want to tell you that this time around, God of Israel must surely prove himself. It is not over. I'm not against anybody. I'm not against Tinubu. I'm not against Atiku. Neither am I against Obi, my brother. Christian, it's not over.
Popularship election in Lagos, March 11th.
Rerun?
No, governorship election.
Governorship election that is coming March 11, we all know. Because March 11 election is going to be another shocker to Lagos State. Though, Governor of Lagos State, he went to Mountain of Fire the other day. He was, enjoining everybody to what? To support him. He was rolling on the altar. He's a Christian. And they were like, everybody started grumbling. Let me tell you, March 11 election, everybody should go there. Defend your vote, don't go anywhere. But before March 11 election, I'm suggesting that Beavers, United Nations, AU, African Union, ECOWAS, they should come to Nigeria with new Beavers. What we saw last week's election, it wasn't Beavers. Those were apathy, ordinary boxes, malfunctioning. What they said we should print our hand is the same printing on paper in the previous elections. Nothing changed. Our electoral system remained the same. They do pause. It was fraud. It wasn't automatic. It wasn't electronic. It was man-made. Man-made must always manipulated. That's why this election was overwhelmingly manipulated. It wasn't what they promised us in 2021, 22 that they signed the electoral bill. That wasn't what played out. That's why I'm lamenting here.
Would Nigeria trust elections after this?
No. The vampire called Inec chairman, Yakub Mahmoud, is a fraudulent man. We will never, in the history of this country, ever trust Inec. Let me tell you, that name Inec should be changed. Inec since 90s, under Humphrey Nwosu, who came out and announced an aspirant under SDP that won election over NRC in 1993. Inec, they should change the name. Inec in Nigeria, to me, is a fraud. Is a corruption. Is everything. Is a corrupt name. We should change the name Inec. Inec is going to rig governorship election. You will see Nigerians, they will be crying foul because they believe that all the time we just make noise and go inside our houses. But I'm promising them that this time around we are not going to do that again. Nigerian youth, they have been denied us our rights over the years, and they keep on doing that. Let me tell you, Nigerian youth is now or never. If we don't get it this time around, we should wait for our Lord Jesus Christ until he comes to take over the kingdom of the earth. That is when we are going to enjoy ourselves as youths. This time around, we are coming out to protest injustice, inequality, corruption at the highest order. Corruption has been enthroned in Nigeria, and people are going there to pay him homage. You corruption, you have taken over the land of Nigeria, and people are prostrating before you. Corruption and injustice, bitterness, evil has come to stay in this country. Nobody is doing anything. The whites, the United Nations. Let me tell you, UNO, I've been telling you this about the suppression, killings, and oppression of the Igbo man in the southeast. United Nations, you have not done anything. This League of Nations called UNO, you are nonsense coming to Africa. If anything happens to the land of the whites, United Nations will be there to calm the tensions. But to us, blacks, they will allow us. They turn to look man and be looking at us until everybody disappear and die. Evil, United Nations.
Thank you very much. Let's click on that link. Let's get our people responding to what we are doing here this morning. I have, let's read some comments this morning. There's a link that will be posted on the live chat. Click on that link. Then let's get to your contributions this morning. Jarek says, how market? No taunting here this morning. Abdul, you say God can do what we don't expect. By God's grace, everything is going to work well. Yes, I hate so. Says FBI to reopen Tinubu drug case. Chuku D Izogu says everybody would use the result of Lagos and Abuja to judge the winner of this election. Obi is the winner. Taiwo Lade says stop crying. It's Asiwaju's time. Go with a says soon you people will buy markets. Who is online? Mr. Odechima, good morning, Mr. Odechima. Yes, let's get your contribution to the program this morning. You have 2 minutes. God bless you.
Good morning, Mr. Christian, and good morning to the SM viewers and the viewers out there. Yeah, Mr. Christian, it's a new dawn, and we all have seen it. It has happened, and everybody is witness what happened. Unfortunately, Nigeria is a country where impunity and everything bad exists. Honestly, you need to come to and see the headlines of newspapers and televisions this morning in nations of the world. In one of the headlines, they say Nigeria has a new president now that emerges through electoral irregularities. Unfortunately, there are evidences and proofs everywhere in the social media. We are no more in the analog time. We are now in the digital time, where these electoral malpractices we are flowing here and there. The Inec, they drag people out from their houses because people have already lost interest in Nigeria election because it's the same story. You know why people turned out? People turned out because they believe the Inec chairman. They believe that the hope he was giving them, that he will stick to it through beavers, that the election results will be transmitted right from the polling units. That is why people believe in this election and trooped out to vote, only for them to go back to their old wayo and the evil system. Listen to me. They have already programmed the outcome of this election. Forget about these shenanigans they were doing all this while. They knew. Even the president himself, he's aware. It's a calculated game, and they achieved it. Well, all I can say is this. I'm so proud of Mr. Peter Obi. At least Mr. Peter Obi he has changed the dynamics of Nigerian politics. If Peter Obi can win Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria, and win Abuja, the executive capital of Nigeria, and win another 10 states, honestly, Mr. Peter Obi is a great man. Obi won Mr. Tinubu inside his own house in the borderland. That is to show you that those, even the Yorubas, you know, I see many people coming here to say that the Igbos voted Tinubu. It's not only the Igbos that voted Tinubu. Many Lagosians, many Yorubas voted against Tinubu because they know the kind of man he is. You know, I see someone like Kunle, Ni, and Jarek coming here to make noise and laugh. Let me tell them one thing. We are in this together. Mr. Kunle, I will be here in the next 1 year, and you will come here crying because you also voted Mr. Buhari in power. But throughout the 8 years, you are lamenting and crying. You have repeated the same thing. Go back and grab your popcorn and enjoy your sofa for the next 8 years. Because I'm aware, I'm confident, I can bet with my life that nothing will change. Absolutely nothing will change. Even if Tinubu want to change something, those around him, they are criminals. They are the evil people that have held Nigeria down for a long time. Someone like El-Rufai. El-Rufai, what will El-Rufai change? What will El-Rufai bring to Nigeria? Let me tell my good friend, my good Yoruba brothers, they should not rejoice because go to Katsina State. Buhari is the president today. But Katsina State, where he came from, is one of the worst places to live in Nigeria. That is the reason the Katsina people, they voted against Buhari in this election. Go and fact check me. Well, my Igbo brothers, what I want to tell you people is this. It's time. Those that are investing in Lagos, those that are investing heavily in Lagos and outside Igbo land, it's high time you people use your brain. Start going back home to invest heavily in our region. Let us come together and develop our Igbo land. Even if they have decided and ganged up against the Southeast, that we shall never rule Nigeria. That is no problem. We don't believe in government. We are Republicans, and we are people that believe in hard work, and it's showing to the whole world. Upon all they are meting out to us today, the Igbo man stands tall as the only man that is succeeding without the help of the government. Let us go back home and develop our area and start strategizing how to take ourselves out of this evil contraption they call a
For your
country.
contribution this morning.
Because
God bless
this
you.
is not a country.
I have Mr.
God bless you, Mr. Christian.
Adigwani, congratulations this morning.
Woo! Bro, we said it, we did it, bro. We said it, we did it. I know you're happy for us.
I'm not happy to.
That guy, that other
I
guy.
already projected that he's going to win, so I'm not happy. But the process for me is flawed.
The process is flawed. What makes it flawed?
You see evidences, even in my polling units.
Okay, you mean is it the rigging or what?
Manipulation. Yeah,
So are you excluding other candidates from doing
I said
such?
the process. I'm not thinking about a candidate.
What process? Let's be particular. If it's for the rigging, everybody rigged. All right. So do not exonerate Obi or Atiku. They're all rigged. The polls from Southeast plainly tells even a blind man, that was purely rigged. What we have from Enugu, Imo, Ebonyi, that one tells you that it was purely rigged. All right, and there are videos to that. Now, against all odds, against the others, obstacles, this man, with full determination, dedication, perseverance, laser focus, surmounted all those challenges. Now, this could have gone any other way. There has never been an election that was so much intense and contentious like this. Even the famous 1993 election wasn't as tough as this. Against all odds, knowing fully well that even a Buhari, the incumbent, did not support him. This man did not rely on power incumbency. You don't come out here and tell me now that he won because of Buhari. A same Buhari who implemented some policies, some harsh policies, that changed the mindset of people at the die hour. All right? Just a few weeks ago, everybody was campaigning. Everywhere there was, everywhere
chaos.
Was just scattered. There was chaos, even in the APC. This same man was still able to overcome. Now, going to the electronic transmission, because I think that is what you yourself is probably, we must understand that the manual must be done first, even before they upload. And you will remember I told you that BVAS would not work 100% effectively. For the fact that I told you that, I told you that BVAS will work in probably major cities, but it will not work in the remotest
but it
places.
Didn't work in Lagos.
Now, it is a good initiative for Inec, all right, to even at this time pause the BVAS. Because if BVAS works in Lagos, it doesn't work in Edo, or it doesn't work in one village in Borno, and the vote that is coming from that place is large, then we have even more arguments to settle. Now, all states are all on what? Level playing ground. That means let us work with manuals, because manual is something that we have come to master over the past years.
Let's try the BVAS.
The BVAS has been able to curb some things. It curbs overvoting. It has been able to curb. Hey, my man, we did it. We did it, man. We did it, man. Gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́tẹ̀ ojú tí wọ́n.
And let me celebrate.
Ojú tí wọ́n. Back to my.
And let me celebrate.
No, kò sí káàṣì. Tọ́pọ̀ ti release the cash ṣe àmà ṣayé. Now, Ademade body loan. All right, good. As well, the BVAS never didn't work in Ebonyi. It didn't work in Imo. It didn't work in Delta. It did not work in Lagos, my brother. It did not work in Lagos. Neither did it work in Nasarawa. These are places that Obi won. It did not work in where? In Katsina, where Atiku won. Are you with me? It did not work in Benue, where Tinubu won. In Nigerian politics, learn to build bridges. Unfortunately, Obi is a CEO, a business guru. You must know that the Hausas are the major shareholders of Nigerian politics. And you must be able to win their hearts. Tinubu, over the years, won the hearts of those Northerners. They gave him the vote. Even if Obi was able to, if let's say Tinubu was able to rig here in Lagos, how come he was able to rig in Kano State, he got half of what Kwankwaso got. You know what would have made Tinubu lose this game? If a Labour Party and PDP never emerged. If they were all on the same train. And that is, I'm back to those guys again. You see, they are not calculating. At the inception of this campaign, even the APC camp gave them an hint. They said that Anobi will be our what? Our stepping stone to victory. Did you know how much votes Obi stole away from Atiku? Obi stole nothing less than 5-point-something million or 6 million votes from Atiku. From the southeast, he took everything. He took it off.
Okay.
Are you with me?
Okay. Let's move on. Is there still hope for the Labour Party or PDP in this election?
You mean the gubernatorial election, right? Okay, are you still on this presidential election?
Yes.
Well, a Tinubu we know has talents in his camp. He has sound minds. He has people like Oshiba and Joe Fashola. He has them all over. He has the famous Keyamu, even in his camp. Okay, they want to go to court. Let's go to the court. But they need to bring what? Physical evidence. Those results that were announced at the Collection Center was assumed that, and it was a fact that all their party agents signed at the polling unit before it was taken to the State Collection Center. So you don't come out here and cry foul. Listen, even if Beavers had won, they would still have said that Tinubu has hacked Beavers. You can't take that away from them. As a Democrat, accept your defeat. Make a call and call him just like Jonathan did. Call this man, congratulations. And even if he wants to go to court, still congratulate him. Pending the time you take your case.
Okay, what's your message to Nigerians?
A man, through his resilience, persistence, doggedness, is here to renew our hope. He is here to reawaken the sleeping giant of Africa. A man who is audacious, who is ready to look at the Western world and tell them that you must give us our repatriation. You took away our jewelries. You took away our artifacts. You made money with it over the last 100 years. You don't just return it back to us. Give us some money. A leader who is ready to look at the Western world. If you want us to respect the climate change, which you yourself you are not respecting 100%, you are telling us not to burn our coal, knowing fully well in the last 1,000 years, the most important innovation ever made is electricity. And you are telling us not to make use of coal, then you should know that the sleeping giant will be awakened. A Tinubu is here. A man that has proven that his legacies has outlasted him. A man that so many policies in late 2007 and up today are still existing. We are still feeling the impact. A man who we know that he has been perfect in succession planning. No man, no governor beats that. And it's important, your success remains a success when you have a successful successor that succeeds your exceeding success. I stop there. Thank you very much.
Yeah, with that, we've come to the end of the program today. Yes, we will have this program tomorrow. Another exciting edition of the program. Bystanders at the newsstands. Do you have people? Do you have people? Let's get one or two persons. Yeah. Let's go to the program. There's a link. Click on that link so that you can be part of the program this morning. Grace. Idris, good morning. Idris, good morning. Let's get your contribution. Yeah, with that, we've come to the end of the program today. Yes, we will have this program tomorrow. Another edition of the program. Bystanders at the newsstand. Do you have people? Do you have people? Let's get one or two persons. Yeah. Let's go to the program. There's a link. Click on that link so that you can be part of the program this morning. Idris, good morning. Idris, good morning. Let's get well, Mr. Idris, you are live, but you are not speaking. We can hear you, Mr. Idris. We can hear you. Who is online this morning? Let's get your contribution. The program. Okay, with that, we've come to the end of the program this morning. By students, users, and Christian. God bless you all for being part of the program. Till tomorrow for another exciting, wonderful edition of the program by students and users. I'll back out for now till God's grace keep us till tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.